So the next item we're going to talk about are registry variables. I'm going to go back over here, administration and rule management, and you already kind of know where we are. We're in copy of collision. Now, if you remember correctly, we already had some kind of stock. Let me go back and get the original actually. Collision, manage old rules, collision. Instead of actually finding what our actual collision rate was, it said this. What is this F4 registry? Well, if you programmed it all, this is a variable. This is a place somewhere on the Foglight server that we can reuse this code so that we only have to type it in once. So I can type this variable in here and change it. If you don't get variables, you don't have to use them, but you're going to make your life a little harder in the long run. It's one of those things, invest a little time now and mess with it later. So let's go ahead and see this collision rate warning. I'm going to go over here, manage registry variables. That's again, administration, rules and notifications, managing registry variables. I'm going to paste the variable in, not the function, the variable. And here it is. As you can see, we have kind of a global default of 10. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that bad boy, view and edit. And we can change that value. Remember we were changing these things to some crazy numbers earlier? Let's go ahead and change that to -1 and hit finish. So that the global default is now 1. Let's look for a save button on here, just making sure it's not rendering this correctly. Sometimes the save buttons sort of get missed when it renders funny, because you can kind of see a little something down below, but looks like we're okay. Let's go back and re-edit that rule. So we're going to turn back on the original collision rule, which called that registry variable. So we'll get an alarm for that, hopefully. Come back in here, come back to warning. Now let's look at this collision -1, just like we changed it from 10. Remember that? So now this alarm should start firing. So here's an exercise right now. Go tune a registry variable and make it fire an alarm. Shouldn't take you too long. Go ahead and do that real quick. I'm going to pause and we'll just have a break here. Okay, so welcome back. Our global default is always -1, but you know what? What if 90% CPU is okay in the daytime, but 10% CPU is expected at night? How would we do that? Will we create 2 registry variables, some complicated Java code? Ah, I can do you one better. These are performance calendar lists. Let's just go ahead and add. Let's just say daily off hours. Next. The desired value is going to be 0. Finish. So during off hours, it's going to be 0. Now let's just go in here and just say weekends, the value is 10. So we could easily create registry variables that say, hey, and of course there's a precedence model here, you're welcome to play with that. But on off hours, 0 is the defining metric, and weekends, it's 10. So we could say some good examples. Well, high disk utilization during times when your dev people are rebuilding environments might be normal. But during the off hours, you wouldn't expect it. It might be a runaway process, JBoss out of control, something like that. This allows us to sort of control that and know what it's, without creating a bunch of dozens of registry variables. We can continue to refer to the same one. So that's a lot more flexibility to our rules. So let's go ahead and make a new rule here. Let's go ahead and make a new task. Create registry variable for off hours, so knock doesn't get alarmed. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stop here and let you guys play with that right now.